Ladies and gents, good evening. I want to start my digest by asking us to take a moment to reflect on the extraordinary lessons from across the pond. In America, the liberal media, so smug it has to be said, in their certainty, their liberal superiority, they're now grappling with a reality that they can't actually quite comprehend. Donald Trump isn't just a political figure. He's a movement, right? From his policies to his dance moves to Trump's cultural and political dominance, he's proven to be both viral and enduring. And it's the very things that they mocked about him, right? The double fist pump, the unapologetic nationalism, the focus on secure borders, deportations, energy independence, economic strength. They all resonate deeply with ordinary people. And why is that? It's because Trump speaks their language, be you black, be you Hispanic, be you whatever. He addresses their concerns and he doesn't apologise for putting his nation first. And that's something that we in Britain ought to learn and fast. Trump's actually shown us that optimism about your nation is incredibly infectious. When you believe in your country, when you speak directly to the concerns of people, working class, all races and all backgrounds, they respond. They show up in large numbers. He won the popular vote, for goodness sake. First time a Republican's done that for many a moon. And they fight for their vision. So let's ask ourselves this. Why can't Britain do the same? Have a listen to just how much humble pie CNN, the liberal network, has had to eat over Trump being lapped up by all sports across the United States of America. A truly viral moment.
I do want to leave you with this today. The celebration trend in the sports world, the Trump dance. Trump's double fist pump has been a rally staple for years now, usually to the YMCA. If we could keep playing that, that'd be great. But now the dance jumping from rallies to sports. Monday night, U.S. soccer star Christian Pulisic busted out the move after scoring a go-ahead goal against Jamaica. On Sunday, it was pro football players hitting the Trump dance after big plays, Raiders rookie Brock Bowers in the end zone. Lions player Zadarius Smith with a quick move after getting a sack. And Titans wideout Calvin Ridley celebrated with teammates after a long score before it was called back on penalties. And one of Trump's favorite sports, UFC, not left out.
He did the Trump dance.
That was UFC champ John Jones hitting the dance after knocking out his opponent while Trump watched from the front row at Madison Square Garden this weekend. Jones took his celebration next level. He handed the champion belt to Trump for the photo op after his win. But Mark Preston, the Trump dance, now all the rage.
Okay, so just watching it right now, I think Ridley did it best. I think everyone else does it too fast. If you're going to do it, you have to motionally do this. If you ever see how Trump moves his hand, I've studied Trump. I played him many times in debates. It's like this.
This is why you're the perfect person to talk about this. And I will say this was widely celebrated at the Republican National Convention. I think there were some eyebrows raised at the time, but here you go. They, I guess, made it iconic. Thanks to you guys for being here with us today.
They made it iconic, and boy, oh boy, did they. And that's from CNN, who have done more to destroy and denigrate Donald J. Trump's reputation than anybody else. They hate the man with every fibre of their morally superior, supposedly, beings. And I tell you what, my friends, it's given me great pause for thought, seeing that optimism, seeing those viral moments, seeing the American heart beat for Trump. You know, every man and woman watching these sports, cheering on this dance of their leader who's given them such hope and optimism. And it got me thinking about the United Kingdom. Who is our MAGA champion? And whoever it may well be, I think you'll all agree with me that the best opportunity that we have right now is through Nigel Farage, of course himself, a big proponent of MAGA and a big proponent of Donald J. Trump. Very good friends with him. He was at Mar-a-Lago on election night, Trump's residence in Florida, celebrating that win, that phenomenal win against Kamala Harris. So it's a golden opportunity, surely, for Britain as well, to put forward that optimism, that viralness that Donald J. Trump has, because Nigel, to a smaller extent, but certainly it's there, is the same. Because Nigel is actually, when you look at public polling, more popular with young people than anyone else, right? Certainly Sir Keir Starmer at the minute. Nigel is up there with the best. So here at home, we've got a perfect opportunity to actually reshape the political landscape, right? Labour's basking in its temporary glory. The Conservatives are floundering under new leadership. And Reform has a chance to deliver a bold message of hope, pride and national renewal. But only if it actually seizes the moment before either Labour or the Tories potentially get their acts together. I mean, I don't know about that because I don't know about you, but I happen to believe that Sir Keir Starmer is probably about as popular in this country as Rose and Fred West at this point. But anyway, what can we take from Trump's success, right? Never underestimate the power of speaking plainly. Trump doesn't mince his words, and he doesn't win hearts and minds with policy minutiae or technocratic waffle. He won with clear, unflinching commitments. Secure the border, bring back jobs, stop America's decline. Britain is crying out for the same clarity. We need to stop with the pandering and prevaricating. It's time to actually focus on issues that matter to ordinary Brits, whether it's controlling illegal migration, actually having a healthcare system that works, or rebuilding national pride instead of seeking to denigrate and destroy it. Trump reminded America the importance of identity. For too long in this country, our elites have waged a cultural war on national identity. From tearing down statues to rewriting history curriculums to waxing lyrical about reparations, Britain should not be ashamed of itself like it is today. Trump's shown that people don't respond to that shame. They respond to pride. So Reform has the chance to actually champion Britain, not as an apology tour, an unending one it seems, but as a nation worth saving. It's actually time to celebrate our history, not erase it. Time to champion our shared values, not fragment them through multiculturalism, sectarianism, and all these other things. In Trump's America, the working class rallied around a leader who saw them. They felt seen for the first time. I think I experienced that during Brexit. But have we followed through on that moment? Trump promised to fight for them, and he delivered. In Britain, we've got the same demographic absolutely crying out for representation. They're sick of the pandering to niche woke causes. They're sick of seeing illegal immigration out of control while ordinary families struggle to make ends meet. And they're tired of being told that they're the problem for daring to question the status quo. Reform have to take that mantle. They have to become the unapologetic champion of Britain's working class. We don't need 100 focus groups to actually tell people what they want. They want action. They want jobs. They want a say in their future. And above all, they want to feel that their leaders actually have their backs and not some foreign country's back. Trump's America First agenda is a model that we can adopt here. We need Britain to actually be able to put itself back to greatness. That means secure borders, not open-door chaos. It means economic self-sufficiency, not selling off our industries to net zero or the highest bidder. It means putting ordinary British people, not the woke elite, at the heart of our political priorities. Energy independence is a massive one. You probably hear me wax lyrical about it all the time. We have vast resource, yet we're crippled by an eco-agenda that hits our farmers and others, sacrificing British prosperity for global virtue signalling, whilst China burns more sodden coal than the likes of China. Trade deals favour us instead of actually focusing on the likes of the European Union. What about those? Why are we shackled to an outdated agreement that puts Brussels' interests above our own? Reform actually has a chance to chart a new course, one that says we're going to put you first. I'll probably be cancelled for saying that now. Britain first, he said, Britain first. It's a movement, right? Not a party. Trump's genius was creating a movement, not winning an election. Reform have to do the same. This isn't about policy papers or parliamentary seats. It's about a vision that captures hearts and minds. A vision that says Britain can be great and that we can tackle illegal immigration and that we can restore pride in our culture and that we can make this nation a place where ordinary people, whether they're from Sunderland or Southend, feel valued, or Strathclyde to make Scotland feel welcome, and heard. The liberal elites in America said Trump couldn't win. They were wrong. You've just seen it. The elites here say reform can't challenge the old political order. But let's prove them wrong too. Britain's future is far too important to leave in the hands of those who've already failed it. Reform has a once-in-a-generation opportunity to show that hope, pride and strength and a little bit of fun can actually win. Let's not waste that. Let's make Britain great again.